A disturbing incident was captured after a man deliberately set up a camera inside his home while he and both of his parents were asleep. He did this to find out what had been repeatedly terrorizing their house night after night. The camera was left recording without interruption until it finally captured a moment that sent chills down anyone's spine. Take a close look at the footage. As seen in the video, when the man's father opens the door to check outside the house, a white figure clearly appears standing right in front of him. The moment the door opens, the figure immediately floats away and vanishes. The father, visibly startled, quickly closes the door and chooses to return inside, seemingly too frightened to confront what he had just seen. To this day, the incident continues to raise questions about what truly appeared outside their home that night. A frightening video was shared by a TikTok user showing an unexpected experience faced by an online motorcycle taxi driver. In the recording, the driver is seen trying to locate a customer's address, which turns out to be difficult to find and located in a quiet, isolated area. As he rides through increasingly dark roads, the atmosphere begins to feel uncomfortable. Without realizing it, at one moment his camera captures something that makes the video deeply unsettling. Take a close look at the footage. As shown in the recording, while the driver passes through a poorly lit road, a white figure can be seen standing ahead. The shape appears faint but clear enough to trigger a sense of fear. It remains unclear whether the driver noticed the figure or not, but shortly after the moment was recorded, he is seen quickly leaving the area. Until now, it has not been confirmed what was actually captured on camera, whether it was a genuine apparition or another object that merely resembled a mysterious figure. What do you think truly appeared in this video? A strange incident was experienced by a group of fishermen while they were out at sea. In this recording, the fishermen were carrying out their usual fishing activities when their attention was suddenly drawn to something completely unbelievable. In front of them floated an old structure resembling a house or an abandoned restaurant, drifting alone in the middle of the ocean. Driven by curiosity, and the possibility that someone might need help, they decided to approach while recording. However, at that exact moment, something resembling a human face briefly appeared in one of the building's windows.
Vaya de frente. ¿Hay alguien con vida? ¿Hay alguien con vida? Respondan. ¡Hey! ¿Quién vive? ¿Quién vive? ¿Quién vive? Que la puerta bien atrancada, ¿verdad? Vaya que cuando me suba me salgan esta gente. Vaya de frente. ¿Hay alguien con vida? ¿Hay alguien con vida? Respondan. ¡Hey! ¿Quién vive? ¿Quién vive? ¿Quién vive? Que la puerta bien atrancada, ¿verdad?
Cristiano ahí. Vaya de frente. ¿Hay alguien con vida? ¿Hay alguien con vida? Respondan. ¡Hey! ¿Quién vive?
Later, the truth behind the structure was revealed. The drifting object was identified as the remains of an old restaurant called El Atracadero, which had been torn from its original location by Hurricane Priscilla. The restaurant, which had stood since 1979, drifted hundreds of kilometers and broke into two sections. Parts of it were later found washed ashore in different areas along the Mexican coast. Authorities confirmed that no one was inside the structure at the time. Even so, the fishermen claim they will never forget the human-like figure they saw inside the building. Some say it was nothing more than a trick of light, while others believe it could have been a ghostly presence. A strange incident was recorded by a man and left anyone who watched it feeling unsettled. That afternoon, shortly before sunset, he was fishing in a river located within a plantation area. At first, everything felt normal as usual. Slowly, however, the situation changed when he began hearing a strange voice calling his name from the trees along the riverbank. Believing that he was completely alone, fear began to set in. Still, curiosity pushed him to search for the source of the sound while recording with his phone. What the camera captured was completely unexpected. As heard and seen in the recording, the voice can be heard clearly, almost as if inviting him to come closer. But when he stepped nearer to the river, he was suddenly shocked by a terrifying sight. A disembodied head appeared at the river's edge, with pale skin, darkened eyes, and a piercing stare directed straight at him. Realizing what he was seeing, the man was overwhelmed with panic and immediately fled the area without thinking twice, running away in fear. A strange incident was experienced by a man during a mountain hike. After reaching the summit area and resting inside his tent, the atmosphere, which had been calm, suddenly changed. As thick fog began to roll in, his attention was drawn to something deeply unsettling. Feeling uneasy, he decided to remain inside the tent while recording what he was seeing. Take a close look at the video. As seen in the footage, a white figure can be seen standing near the trees. Its shape is unclear due to the heavy fog, but it faintly resembles a ghostly presence. The figure remains motionless in the distance, yet it is enough to make the situation feel extremely tense. Out of fear, the man does not dare to approach and continues recording from inside his tent. To this day, it is unknown what he truly saw that night, but the footage has left many viewers feeling deeply unsettled.
अरे कौन खड़ा है यार वहाँ पे? देख तो
सुनसान रास्ते पे कौन खड़ा है रे?
अरे भैया करंट आ जाएगा रे, खंबे के नीचे क्या कर रहा है? अरे इसको देख रहे? ओ तेरी, अरे 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 अरे
बच्चे को हुआ क्या इसको?
अरे अरे तेरी, अरे ये तो जमीन में घुस जा रहा है। ओ तेरी, अरे भाई निकल यहाँ से।
A frightening video was shared by a woman who was home alone at the time. That night initially felt normal, until she suddenly realized that an unfamiliar man wearing a mask had broken into her house. The presence of the masked stranger immediately sent her into panic and fear.
What do you want?
As seen in the recording, the masked man appeared to know exactly where the woman was. The camera captured a chilling moment when his face peeked out from beneath the gap under the bedroom door, making the situation feel even more terrifying. Shortly after that, the woman stopped recording out of fear. She later stated that she had recently been experiencing repeated harassment from someone she did not recognize. Until now, it remains unclear whether the masked man was truly an intruder or if the video was staged. What do you think? A video circulating on TikTok caught the attention of many users and sparked widespread debate. The footage was uploaded by an account named Yoga Pramana and shows a man inside an abandoned building that appears to have been unused for a long time. Very little information is provided about the location or his reason for being there. However, in the video, the man can be heard challenging any supernatural presence believed to inhabit the building, daring it to reveal itself.
Wahai sang goib yang ada di sini, saya tantang kalian semua untuk hadir dan bergabung dalam acara saya malam ini. Bersuara, apapun bentuk kalian.
As shown in the recording, shortly after he issues the challenge and calls for whatever entity is there to appear, a ghost-like figure suddenly emerges from one of the rooms behind him. The appearance is abrupt and clearly captured on camera. When the man realizes what is behind him, he looks shocked and immediately runs away from the location. To this day, it remains uncertain whether the video captures a real event or was intentionally staged, and this uncertainty continues to fuel discussion among viewers. A strange and disturbing video was shared by a man named Advil, who claims his first unusual experience inside his home occurred in October 2015. At that time, he began frequently hearing strange noises coming from his basement. Filled with both curiosity and fear, he turned on his phone and started recording to find out what was actually happening. This is the first recording he later uploaded to YouTube. Take a close look.
Hello? I'm gonna turn on the light. Alright? Hello? Okay. I heard something. Nothing? Whoa, Jesus!
As seen in the footage, Advil is startled when a cabinet in the basement suddenly slides on its own. No one else was in the room besides him, making the incident feel even more inexplicable. 3 days after the first incident, the same strange noises were heard again from the same area. Believing there was more to uncover, he turned on his camera once more and recorded what happened next.
I heard some noises again. Hello?
In the footage, a dark, human-like figure can be seen walking beneath the basement stairs. The appearance of the figure is fairly clear and immediately shocks Advil. From that moment on, he claims he became increasingly convinced that his house was truly haunted. The question remains, was this dark figure responsible for moving the cabinet, or was everything simply an elaborate hoax? What do you think explains these events? A terrifying incident was experienced by an Arab YouTuber named Jassim. One night, he decided to explore an abandoned building alone, a location known for being haunted. From the moment he entered, the atmosphere felt deeply unsettling. Jassim began hearing strange noises, such as objects sliding on their own from a nearby room, even though no one else appeared to be inside the building.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق.
As seen in the recording, after failing to find the source of the sounds on the lower floor, Jassim decided to continue his exploration upstairs. However, the strange occurrences continued. Once again, he heard mysterious noises, and this time clearly saw an object inside one of the rooms move on its own without being touched by anyone. The incident did not end there. After checking the room and confirming that no one was inside, Jassim approached another room with a closed door. As he entered and recorded the area, there was one detail he failed to notice at the time, but it was clearly visible on camera. Look closely. Upon reviewing the footage, the strange detail involved a knife that was initially seen resting on a table near the door. Jassim passed by the table, opened the door, and briefly looked inside the room. However, when he turned back around, the knife was no longer there.
لا إله إلا لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا 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 لا.
As he prepared to leave, the most shocking moment occurred. The knife suddenly flew through the air on its own, with no clear source and no one throwing it. Fortunately, the knife struck the door instead of hitting him. Fearing what could happen next, Jassim immediately rushed downstairs and decided to end his exploration that night. A strange incident was experienced by a woman while she was walking home alone at night. In her account, she said she could hardly believe what she went through. Midway through her walk, she began feeling deeply uneasy, as if something was following her from behind. As the fear intensified, she quickly turned on her phone camera and began recording to see what was actually happening. Watch the footage carefully. As shown in the recording, a childlike figure suddenly appears standing in the middle of the road, directly in front of the woman. Just seconds earlier, the road appeared completely empty with no one in sight. The sudden appearance immediately caused her to panic. Without thinking, she ran away in fear, leaving the area as quickly as possible. To this day, it remains unknown who or what the figure in the middle of the road truly was.
Eu não gosto de andar de Uber. Olha pra aqui. Rua esquisita. Nunca mais saio do rua da moça. Aqui não. Isso aqui é aquela menina. Meu Deus.